Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Hoothoot, who is an owl Pokemon. It is a normal flying type. And this Pokemon looks pretty normal, like a cartoon version of an owl, I guess. The only difference is with the eyes. It's got like, I don't know, sometimes when people draw animals, they'll draw like a thicker circle around the eyes, like a band around the eyes. And sometimes they'll put like little eyelash looking things, and it kind of looks like that, like they've got little bottom lashes. But if you look at the top, where the eyebrows would be, they actually kind of look like clock hands. You know, the little pointed arrows hands. So yeah, apparently the circle around the eye, that thicker outer bit, and what looks kind of like eyelashes are actually meant to be a bit more like gears. So it's kind of like a really cool clock. And I don't know, I really wanted to build. Initially, the idea was to build a library in a forest, but I pivoted just a slight amount, and instead of doing a forest, I decided to jump over here into Brychester and do the library here instead. And I don't know, I kind of really like how it turned out. It was very interesting and a little bit different and a bit weird, but at the same time, I actually, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. This is the second attempt at it, because my first attempt, I have no idea what I was trying to do then. So I ended up deleting it because, yeah, no clue what I was trying to do. It did not turn out well at all. So yeah, sometimes I do struggle, and I feel like with building, sometimes I'll watch videos and stuff like that, and I'll see people building, and it just looks amazing. It just looks fantastic, and there's no like confusion or I don't know what I'm doing or anything like that. Like they just get in and they build, and it looks great. So that's why I always want to try and be transparent with, you know, not knowing how to build, because yeah, sometimes I really do struggle. And I know some other people do also struggle with building or coming up with ideas or figuring out how to do things. So yeah, I don't know, I want to be open and transparent about it, so if you yourself are struggling, that you can see that you're not alone, you know? You'll see with this build as well, like I go back and forward 1,000 times with the wallpaper and things like that. I'm a very indecisive builder. Sometimes I'll have this idea in my head and I'll want to build that, and other times, yeah, I don't know, it'll be something completely random and I'll just be able to nail it. Like whatever idea I have is like, yeah, cool, build it straight off the bat, and it's fantastic. So I do go back and forward with being able to do builds well and then not being able to do them well. So yeah, look, if you are struggling, you are not the only one. It's definitely a bit difficult, a bit hard, a bit frustrating, but it's also, yeah, at the end of the day, whatever, like we all struggle. It's fine. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I had this idea in my head, tried to build something else, did not look good, ended up demolishing it. I don't demolish builds all that often though. I've found recently, I've probably demolished more this year than I have the previous 4 years of building ever. I don't know, I used to be like, no, once you start building, like you have to have an idea and a plan, and it has to be good and it has to work. And now I'm kind of like, man, I don't know. If you don't like it, delete it. Just get rid of it if you don't like it. And it's definitely made things a lot simpler and a lot more manageable, because I'm not trying to fight it all the time. But yeah, I don't like wasting time, so I guess the whole bulldoze thing helps me not waste time, because if I'm looking at it and going, look, this is just clearly not working, then yeah, just delete it, just get rid of it, it's fine, it'll work out in the end. But other times, yeah, I really try to commit to it, and it just does not make me feel good. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know down below, are you someone who will bulldoze your lot if it's like there's one tiny thing that you just cannot get to work? Or are you somebody who will fight it and make it work until it does? Because usually I'm option number 2. But I guess with this build I'm kind of a bit of both, because I did demolish it initially, but then yeah, you'll see me go around and fighting a few things here and there, like the wallpaper on the exterior. I really wanted it to be really old. I wanted it to be yeah, just like a really old style building. But then I was like, you know what, maybe they renovated it a little bit. I'll give it a little bit of renovation. And then I really liked how it was set up, and then I really liked the bookshelves that I picked, but the bookshelves I picked are only really good for medium height walls, and so I had to change to medium height walls, but then I was fighting the windows, and I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make this work, I want to do this, I'm not playing around, So, yeah, that was kind of a little annoying, but I got it done, and I actually also did this last night, completely finished it last night, and yeah, I actually got things out in time today, which I feel pretty happy about. Also, I realized yesterday I said in that video that the new EP comes out today. EP? Expansion pack? Yeah, no, that's right. It doesn't, it comes out tomorrow, because I was reading an American date, not an Australian date. So now it actually comes out tomorrow. I don't know, sometimes when I look things up, it'll show it in my date, in my time zone, but other times it will show it in the time zone that is released, like, for that, like, whatever time zone it is in, it doesn't translate to mine, and it's like 50-50 as to whether or not it does. There is a few things that, like, I've had to double check, like, what time zone is that, because pretty sure that's not going to be the same time zone for me, and yeah, no, usually it's not. Usually, I don't know, I feel like because a lot of the world is sort of in, I don't want to say in America's time zone, because it's not in America's time zone, but like a lot of people can easily translate for that, whereas I'm like, oh, it's the next day, like I have no idea, it's usually stupid o'clock for me, like 3 a.m. or whatever. That's great. Like, it sucks. I don't know, part of me wants to start a game development company just so I can release things in Australian time, and all of the American people have to get up at 3 a.m. if they want to see it and want to deal with it, but I don't know anything about game development, so yeah, and to start a company just so that I can have games released in my time zone, that seems a bit much, seems a bit dramatic, so yeah, maybe I won't do that, you know, maybe I'll just be a bit more relaxed and chill and just wake up at whatever time I desire and deal with it then, you know, get the game then. I don't know, I feel like there might be some other people out there, not just Aussies, but like, yeah, other people out there who might be like, yeah, you know what, why is it always stupid o'clock in my time zone? Why do the Americans always get it in a nice time zone? So yeah, let me know down below. Would you support something like that? I don't know. I'm the sort of person where it's like, if it's inconvenient to me, I want to go and make my own version of it, but make it inconvenient to the people who made it inconvenient to me, which, like, that's not how things work, you know? That's not helpful or nice, or it's whatever. But it's even like, you know, I've seen some Aussie people who put out videos for Sims and just like videos in general, and they generally put the videos out when I'm sleeping because it's the best for their American audience, but like, you're Australian, I'm Australian, I want to watch you, and now I have to wait, like, okay. I do get it though, like, people who want to make sure that they get the views, like, do it at a time in which the views are best for them. I get that, I respect that. I mean, don't we all want our lives to be convenient? Don't we all want to be able to wake up and, you know, not have to be like, oh cool, I'm like 6 hours late to the party. I mean, it's not even like that. It's you know, a lot of the people I know who play Sims are in the States. You know, they're in the United States of America. There are a few in Canada and New Zealand and a few other places here and there, but majority the USA. And by the time I wake up, all of you guys have already been playing it for ages. Like, you've had it for hours, and you've explored it all, and you've had fun, and I'm left behind. I'm like, I haven't touched it. I haven't got it yet. I had to wait. And that sucks. But I think it's actually, in the end, I think it's actually good, because it means that, you know, for example, with this pack, I'm not entirely sure if I want it or not. I will eventually get it, but I know some of my American friends do have it already, and yeah, it just means I can be like, hey, like, what do you think about it? Like, you've played it for the entire time that I've been asleep. Do you like it? Do you not? Was it good? Was it bad? Like, how do you feel about it? And it's good to be able to get that feedback, you know, and not have to try and figure out if it's worth buying or not on my own. But yeah, long story short, if I ever do have a gaming company, you bet your bottom dollar everything's going to be released in my time zone. Like, what's most convenient for me. Because, well, if it's my company and my games, I want to be able to play them when I want to, so I do apologize to anyone who that inconveniences, but yeah, there's nothing really much for me to add to that. But yeah, anyway, this library, it's probably more what you guys want to hear about. It should be pretty much functional. There are a few items like those floating bookcases. You probably won't be able to get to those, but there are 100 million other bookcases that are available and able to be used. There are heaps of desk spaces. There are heaps of seating spaces. There is a bathroom that I don't remember if I actually put anything in it. We'll see. I made a bathroom. I made a spot for a bathroom. Cannot remember if I put anything in it. I don't know. I've been a bit like that lately where I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go back to that and I'll work on that later. And then I just never do, and I completely forget to do one little section here or there. And I apologize for that. That is 100% my fault, you know, my brain being a little bit all over the place. But there should be a working bathroom. If not, there is space for a working bathroom. There is, yeah, like I said, some seating areas, a bunch of seating areas. There's some desks. I believe I put computers in this little room here. I think there's 4 computers, but there are also 2 additional desks in the room below this one. So if you have your own laptop or whatever, you can bring it here. Or if you are somebody who does not use, like, you just need to come to the library to do something that isn't computer related and you need a desk, there are 2 free desks. And then, yeah, a ton of bookcases. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like an interesting little space. I think I would thoroughly enjoy coming to a place like this. The only thing that would bother me is that there is no kind of secluded desks. They're all out in the open. They can all kind of be seen by each other. And I'm always the one to go and find the desk where people can't see what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing anything bad. I just like a little bit of privacy, you know? I like a little bit of, like, yeah, just I don't know. I feel a bit better having that little bit of privacy where no one can see what I'm doing. I don't know, I just don't like the idea of, like, it makes me feel like people are breathing down my neck, and that stresses me out a little bit too much, you know? Although the desk that we're kind of looking at right now, where we're putting the plants next to, kind of looks out across the campus, and I think that would probably be my favourite desk. Just being able to look across the campus and seeing everything, like, I think that would be really, really cool. I might get a little bit distracted here and there, but I feel like it would be pretty good to focus and study and whatnot. I don't know, I feel like having a really nice view really does help me stay focused, because I feel like I'm in a good environment, and when I feel like I'm in a good environment, I feel like I can focus a bit better. So yeah, I don't know, it's a little interesting. I know some people get distracted and need very plain spaces where they are. They're not going to get distracted where there's not, like, you know, you're not going to see people walking past, or like maybe there's events and things like that happening out there. I would say provided there are no events happening and it's just people out and about walking around, I feel like I could concentrate pretty well. Especially since, yeah, like I said before, there's no private desks where I can get distracted, where I have to be focused and paying attention because, you know, people are watching me. I kind of have to be focused. Actually, the room I'm in now, people can't see what I'm doing on my computer, but they can see me, and because they can see me, every time I hear people coming up the stairs here, I make sure that, yeah, okay, look busy, do the thing, like, just don't be distracted, and it's actually kind of helpful. But yeah, if they could see what I was doing on my screen, I would not, like, the way my desk is supposed to face, like, into the corner of the room, it people would 100% be able to see what I'm doing. But because I was like, no, I want a little bit of privacy, yeah, I tilted it a little bit so that people can't actually see what I'm doing. I don't know, I just get very, I don't want to say paranoid, but like I just get very uncomfortable with the idea of people watching what I'm doing. Like I just want a little bit of privacy, man, leave me alone. I don't know. Let me know down below, like what's the one thing that helps you study and focus? Like, is it people watching over your shoulder? Is it being left alone? Is it being in a completely blank space? I've seen some people putting signs on their back being like, please do not talk to me. I have the attention span of a carrot and I have like 8 weeks worth of work to do in 2 hours. That can be me sometimes. Absolutely can be me sometimes. But when I started doing Pomodoro style study sessions, it really, really, really helped me because I was able to sit down and just smash out a bunch of work in, I do 50 minutes focus, 10 minutes break. But the thing is, I made the rule to myself that my break time was when I was allowed to go to the bathroom, when I was allowed to fill up my water bottle, when I was allowed to go get a snack, when I was allowed to stand up and stretch. So I would fill my break time with self-care rather than distraction. And because I'd fill my water bottle and go to the bathroom, it would usually, like, I mean, that doesn't take up the full 10 minutes, but it's enough time to, like, okay, get up, stretch, go get your water, fill it all up again, get yourself a little snacky snack. Maybe if I get cold, go get a jumper, then go to the bath. Like, you do things and then you realize, okay, 10 minutes is up, go back to my work. But because I filled my water bottle up, I drink a ton of water. And because I drink a ton of water, by the time I get to the next break, I do need to go to the bathroom again. So it kind of fills up that time. I'm also keeping hydrated. But I generally don't do it for more than 3 or 4 hours. And then I'm not gonna lie, outside of that, I don't think I drink any water. It's not great, but, you know, after drinking, I have a 2-litre bottle at the moment. I would say I drink about 1 litre an hour when I'm focusing, so it is definitely, yeah, very, very focused. 4 litres-ish a day. That's probably a bit excessive, but I don't do Pomodoro study sessions every day. In fact, I used to do them only about once a week, so yeah, I would smash out so much work in 4 hours. That the rest of the week I could procrastinate, and I'd get work done here or there. If I felt productive, I'd do more. If I didn't, I wouldn't. But yeah, it was just a little handy focus session. And because I only did it once a week, it wasn't like I was forcing myself to focus all the time and just not being able to do it. I could manage once a week. That was perfectly fine. But I also do it in streams now. So yeah, if you don't know, I do stream. But I do co-working streams where we get a bunch of work done. And because I don't have uni anymore, I do like editing and house chores and behind the scenes stuff. So it's really handy. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for some focus and some help, some body doubling. It definitely helps me. I do find that if I'm in other people's streams, sometimes I can just walk away and not do anything. So it does take a bit of self-control, but once you learn the self-control, it's really, really handy. I 100% recommend it. You just, need to learn that little bit of self-control. And again, once you get into it, you get a bunch of work done, you feel good. And then you can procrastinate every other day, and it's fine. I don't know, I definitely want to do more co-working streams, because I definitely do enjoy them. It's just that I've been procrastinating too much to have enough work to do more co-working streams. So, yeah. I'm trying to use other people's co-working streams to get work done, or my other streams to get enough work done, so that when I get to it, there's, heaps of stuff to do. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fun and pretty good, and I definitely enjoy it, and I hope you do as well, if you do co-working streams. But yeah, if you do want to check out any of my streams, where I do mostly building or co-working, there is a link down below for that. Along with a link to my Instagram and the A to Z challenge, which is currently running, which I definitely have not promoted enough this year, that I feel like people are definitely going to miss out on it, and I feel really bad about that, because it's a fun challenge, and I want people to experience it and have fun. So I'm going to try and do it, a little bit better for next year. So that there's, yeah, a little bit more out there of people knowing it exists and things like that. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and all my rambling. I do just go around and do some last minute little landscaping. Not so many plants, just a few bits here and there. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a new video pretty much every day, just not the last couple of days of February. You know, gotta have a few days off here and there. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.